Hey guys, it's your boy Joe back at it again, CodingPhase.com. Your boy's backing out and did it again one more time. Listen, in this video, we're going to talk about non-compete agreements, contracts that a lot of these employers try to get you to sign. And I want to say, hey man, be careful with those, all right? This is how a lot of companies pretty much get you to sign your life away, okay? This is how they do it. Now, a YouTuber, right? Help, what do I do? Right? That says that after he works there, he can work as a software developer, web developer, etc. Right? He can work as a software developer for 2 years after he leaves this company, if he ever leaves. Now, this right here is crazy. That should be illegal. Okay? You know why? Because they need to be more specific. Like, let's say if you're talking about a specific industry, okay? If there was a specific industry that the people were talking about, that would be different. Like, let's say, for example, you're in the healthcare system, right? And you're working on websites for doctors, right? You shouldn't maybe be able to work for the competitors for that company that's making websites or applications for doctors, right? Because you're gonna leave there with all of the information that you got from that company and probably share it with the competitors. That makes sense, right? It does make sense, right? I totally understand and agree with it. But in a man, right? After you leave this job, I don't know. That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy to me. And I believe that, this contract does say that, right? I don't think it's an exaggeration from this subscriber who sent me this comment. You know why? Because I've been in situations like that where I've seen companies try to write things up in a certain way where, you know, technically they put you against the wall, right? So let's say, for example, you're working there for a year, 2 years, and then for whatever reason they fire you, or for whatever reason they let you go, for whatever reason they freaking, you're not comfortable there no more. You want to go work somewhere else. What happens after that? Well, very simple. Now you can't sign your life away, and now you can't do it. They'll be like, hey, we're gonna give you a job, but by the way, if you ever decide to leave from here or we let you go, you can't will not be able to make a living. Like, that's crazy. Live. You know what I mean? Exactly. Somebody just said it. Lord Gutu just said it on the live stream. He said, hey man, how is somebody supposed to earn a living with a non-compete clause after leaving the job, right? Like, if they telling you that you can't work as a software developer for 2 years, that's a long time. What the hell are you supposed to do? Like, I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, now I gotta go to the car wash for 2 years. It's like, sorry guys, I can go work anywhere as a software developer. What I can do is I could go to car washing and wash cars. Or hey, you know what? Let me go apply to Walmart, right? Because there's no other place where you can work at, because now you signed this stupid contract that they're forcing you into some shit. And I blame a lot of this on stupid CEOs and business owners that they don't understand. Like, when you work for somebody, you work for them. They don't own you, right? And that's the biggest problem. Like, if this business owners, the CEOs, these people that write these contracts, that agree to these contracts, they will understand, like, bro, I work for you from 9 to 5. What I do besides this job and after this job has nothing to do with you unless it completely affects you. If I go and I'm working at a company and they have a great product, and I go to another company who is their competitors, and then I copy exactly what they did and give it to the competitors, yeah, sue me, sue the shit out of me. But if you're telling me, hey, by the way, you just can't work anywhere because you know how to code, and I just don't want you to code anywhere besides here. Now what you're doing is forcing people having to stay in that bullshit company. That's why they're doing this. You know, for those of you guys that are not understanding why they're doing this thing, it's very simple. It's a way to force you to stay working with them for a long time. Okay? That's how they do it. Right? They force you to work for them for a long time. What if you were at a company, right? I don't know how much the subscribers getting there, right? What if he's at this company and they're giving him, let's say, $70,000 offer, $75,000 offer. But then 6 months later, a year later, another company comes in and says, hey, we got 90 for you, and we're building these cool projects here. We want you to be part of the team. Because he signed that contract, now he can't even take that opportunity. It's like they're forcing you to stay with them. Now, to do it, but this is the world that we live in. Now, you got to ask yourself, do you need that job that bad for you to take that offer or not? Me personally, I'm not taking it. I don't know if you guys remember, you know, when I quit my job, there was a time, like literally like 2 days later, one of my homegirls who was a HR, right, recruiter, she's like, man, she tells me, hey, you know, there's another company that's interested in you, and it's literally 2 minutes away. And it was literally 2 minutes away. Like, I could walk to my job if I wanted to. And I went to the job interview, right? The guy that I talked to, which was the CTO, was super cool, but the owner of the company was a piece of shit. When I go into the job interview, as soon as I got in there, I felt disrespected automatically, because the owner of the company comes in as if he's like oh, this is the guy, right? Like with an attitude or some shit. And I'm like, hi, you already got on my bad side, bro. Like, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, yo, you already on my bad side. Like, you know, you're the same thing as me. I don't care if you're the boss. I don't care if you're a millionaire. I don't care what you are. You're just like me. You can't come in. You know, shit happens that we're there and I'm getting interviewed. And the next thing that, whatever, the guy says, hey, man, I see on your resume you do freelancing. And I'm like, yes, I do some side work, right? I try to, you know, do some little projects on the side, get some extra money. When he's like, yo, just stay home and, you know, get some rest, you know, and just focus on working here, right? And then he's like, oh, I see you do YouTube. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, you know, that might take a lot of your time. We usually like guys to just come in and you know, just work for us, and that's it. You know, we don't want them to do anything on the side. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, bro, I'm making like an extra 80 grand on the side. Like, why would I leave that to work with you guys? So, I mean, what I told him, I was like, listen, I'm making almost as much money as I'm going to be making here on the side. I'm not going to lose that type of money, right? And that's independent money, like literally, I'm not going to lose it. And the guy goes like, well, if you're going to work here, you know, you're going to have to, you know, leave those things. And I'm like, I just got up, shook his hand, I said, thank you. And I just walked out. I didn't even say nothing else. I just walked out saying, I'm good. That's it. I don't need the job. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that job that bad. If you're worrying about what I do after 5 o'clock, mind your business. You know what I mean? This is when you tell them, mind your business. Yeah, you know, so it's like, mind your freaking business, my dude. Like, straight up. You don't control me. You pay me for my time and my services on your company when I'm there. When I'm not there, you don't owe me. I don't even know you. If I see you in the street, I'm crossing the street. I'm not saying hi to you. We just work together. You know, it sounds grimy, but that's what the industry has done to me, where now I realize, you know, I've been saying this, it's not a family, right? It's a business. right? It's a business. So you can't go into this company thinking like, oh man, they're gonna take care of me. Nah, I don't think so, bro. They're not really there to take care of you. They're there to take care of themselves and take care of the business and get profits, you know. But these contracts are ridiculous. Imagine that. You're like, I'm a junior developer and so excited to get a job, and then the next thing you know, they're like, oh, by the way, sorry, you're trying to leave this job. You can't really leave this job, because if you leave this job, you're gonna have to not work as a developer for the next 2 years. Yeah, man. So shit is crazy out here sometimes. All right. But anyways, man, I just wanted to make a little quick video about that. Okay, it is what it is, man. Just don't take the job, kids. If you see a crazy non-compete clause like that, some bullshit contract that you gotta sign, don't sign it. You don't need that job that badly. Okay, if they're doing that to you right now, straight at the door, like you haven't even been there long enough. You know what I mean? You haven't even been there long enough, and they're already trying to play you. Nah, man, leave that job alone, man. You could do better than that. All right, guys. So, anyways, man, I'm gonna see you guys later. It's your boy Joe, back at it again. CodingPhase.com. By the way, for anybody that's out there looking to learn how to code, go to CodingPhase.com. At the same time, for those of you guys that are yearly plus members, you own the Shopify theme developer app. Okay, literally, guys, we are dropping another course in there for that bundle. So take advantage. We're starting today. We're uploading a whole bunch of videos. So take advantage of that. It's going to be a full stack application. We're going to be working with PHP, Laravel, MySQL. Pretty much we're going to deploy it. I'm going to show you how to deploy it, professionally, in the way where everything is going to be serverless, automatic deployments, everything from, auto scaling, everything. Like, there's a full stack application. This is why it's so important for you guys to upgrade to the yearly plus membership. Like, if you're a monthly member and you're using CodingPhase.com and you're getting everything that you need, that's fine. But at some point, you should upgrade to the yearly plus membership, and take advantage of everything that we got in there. Okay? It's gonna be worth it, and you guys gonna really enjoy it. All right? I'm gonna see you guys later. It's your boy Joe, back at it again. CodingPhase.com. Take care.